name is Tomomi Gariano. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. Today's tangle is Winging It. This is day 7 of GratitangleZ 2024. So this tangle starts with an orb, and you're gonna attach this S-shaped line, like a long, elegant S-shaped line, gently landing onto an orb. So I'll start with three of them. You can add these S lines as many of them as you want, but I will start with just 3 for now. And you want to make this into wing-like shape. So I'm doing this with 3 strokes, but of course you can create a wing-like shape in 1 stroke and add some embellishment later too. And depending on how much space that you have, you may have 2 of these lines or 3 of these lines, and then you have you add these kind of loopy loop shape at the end of the initial S-curved line, and on the opposite side or going into opposite direction, you're gonna do, I guess this is S line. I think looks like I did a reverse S curve on the left side. So this side I'm doing S curve, and this one is going behind, and I'll do 3 on this side too. So depending on how much space you have, you can adjust the lengths of these S-curved lines, and you are mirroring this shape. So on this side, my wing-like shape is essentially mirroring, going opposite direction as the first set, and I do the loops. And yeah, I think that's the basic idea of this tangle, winging it. But oops, sorry, I'm going off camera a little bit. I'm sorry about that. I think I'll come back. I'll come back to the camera. Sorry about that. What I did is I added a few more reverse S curved line on one side, and now I'm coming to the opposite side, and I'm adding a few more wings to balance off this entire shape. Since I have square space, I continue to add these wing shape, adjusting lengths of S-curved line each time. Some of them are longer, some of them are shorter. So now these lines are coming together at an initial orb. So I came all the way around. I mean, you don't have to do this. I just happen to have a lot more space than I wanted to left. And also, I decided to squeeze in some of these wing shape. I'm essentially repeating the same process to fill up this space. So these ones are coming behind. So once you get a hang of it, there's a lot of freedom to where you add these shapes. And perhaps you can fill these remaining space with something else. But I try to do mono tangle on each day, so I decided to fill this space with um, these wing shapes, and it's kind of fun to just keep going with the same strokes. It's very meditative. I can see that I was really tempted to go beyond this inked in area or the colored in area, but I think I'm really trying hard to stay inside the box. Sometimes that's the hardest thing, you know. It kind of looks like a funky tropical plant, not so much of a wing. And I'm gonna add a little accent inside this loop. Let's start with just partially inking in. I mean, it's fine, it looks fine, but I think I'm gonna ink in entirely. I think that's what I decided, to give a little more drama, a little more presence. So I decided to ink in these teardrop shapes. You don't have to do this. If you didn't ink in here, I think this space actually create or invite great opportunity to shade and to create dimension. Either way is fine, but you can ink in, or you can leave it not ink in and play with shade and highlight. I'm also looking at the balance with tangles that I have next to it. So on the day before with 7 flowers, I think there's a flower looking tangle next to winging it that has, I don't know if you can see, it's a little hidden with my hand now, but it has a black ink filled little fescues next to it. So I decided to echo this image and inking into this space. Yeah, I really enjoy drawing this tangle, winging it, and I was totally winging it, how this is gonna shape up. When I started with my orb, I wasn't sure where I was going. That's the beauty of Zentangle. You don't have to know exactly where you are going. You know, you just go with it. You just play along and just listen to your inner creativity. And sometimes you well, I would say most of the times you just let your pen guide you. Don't overthink, don't overplan. I guess it's a different experience, different types of experience. You can have everything planned out from the beginning, or you can go in with not knowing anything. It's kind of a scary experience at the beginning, but as you get used to, as you get more comfortable with your Zentangle practice, you can you start to enjoy the uncertainty and not knowing how this is going to end and where this is going. And in the end, you surprise yourself. I think that's the beauty. That's the beauty of Zentangle practice. Sometimes if I'm creating a card or something that I'm gonna give it to somebody, I start with a definite plan. But when I'm just having fun, like a daily tangle practice like this, you know, I just go in. I just look at the step out, or I just create a string, and then I just go in with my pen and just follow where my pen is taking me. So no expectations, no stress. simply moving my hand and simply being guided by a force that's outside of myself. So it's a process of letting go, and letting go of expectations, letting go of control, I guess, and trusting yourself and trusting in the method and trusting that in the end you're gonna have something beautiful. And I'm adding some shading and highlighting. This too, it's an experimental experience. I'm not pursuing perfection. I'm just having fun and bringing life, bringing certain dimensions and adding some lives to what I drew with my pen. There's no right or wrong. And enjoying the sound of my pencil scraping the paper. And when I use white charcoal pencil, it can get messy, so I always come back in with my pen. This is just a finishing touch to bring back some of the lines, some of the inks that got a little fuzzy or a little weak when I added white charcoal. But again, I'm not pursuing perfection. If this is the piece that I'm selling or I'm commissioned to do, it will be a completely different approach. But this is just for fun, for my meditation, and for you. I'm creating this for the camera. And whenever I have these daily challenge, I want to keep these tangles about like 5-10 minutes experience so that I can do every day. This next tangle is called Fossil. This is by Eni Oken. She's an amazing artist. So this one, I thought it might be easier to have a little bit of pencil line to guide me where I'm going. So that's why I added this curved line, and this tangle starts with like a V shape. It's hidden behind this next space, but it's a V shape like this, and then one side of V shape, in my case the lower side, is gonna be parallel. I think you're gonna see, but this side, you see how this side is just gonna be an aura or parallel lines, but this side it's gonna get wider or open. So it's gonna go. I think you can see I'm thinking a lot. I'm looking at step out and trying to figure out which way should I draw first. Maybe this way first, and then go like this. That might be easier. I'm not sure. This is my first time drawing this tangle, and I mean the step out is quite simple, but I don't think it's as simple as it looks. And maybe I shouldn't have this pencil line. Maybe that's where I'm getting confused. So anyways, the whole point is one side is closed or tightly put together, like these little tentacles are tightly squeezed together, but on the other side they're open, or they are away from each other, like this. Oops, this is where I went. I shouldn't have closed this, but I think it's gonna work out. Don't think in the end, don't think you're gonna see it. Sorry that I'm off camera a little bit again. But you can still see what's going on. And at this point, I wasn't really excited about this. I was really struggling, but I'm showing this to you. I'm being real here. This wasn't easy for me, but I'm trusting that, knowing that once I add these connecting lines, sorry that you can't see the alphabet. I think, yeah, there you go. I came back. But I know that once I add these lines, this is gonna completely change, and it's gonna look all good. So I was trusting in this tangle and kept on going, even though I wasn't quite sure how this is gonna work. So I added a little bit of shading to where this V shape is, and I think we're gonna add some shading to these in-between spaces. Kind of looks like, it makes me think about those duck feet or frog legs. What do you call those? Like flappers, or like swimming fin. And I add some shading here. And I think I'm gonna pour the shading to just one side, and add highlight to the opposite side. Yeah, I think with the shading and the highlighting, it's starting to look like, I don't know, a little pine cone, maybe. And because I have so much space left, I decided to add a few more of these tentacles, like shape, bars, whatever you want to call it, to make it look like another one is behind the first one. I'm just doing partially, so I'm just creating the illusion of there's two of them, but this is just a partial tangling, since I had a lot of space left on this tile, on this paper. So now that the space is nicely filled, I'll continue with shading. And I think you're supposed to close off the beginning and end to according to the step out. So that's what I just did. And I'll create layered look by adding shading. So the first shape comes forward and the second shape goes behind. Just add some highlighting and accent. It might be good to do that with jelly roll pen too. But anyway, here's my Tangle Fossil. You saw that I was really struggling with this one. But this next one is by Debbie New. This one I've done several times before, so I'm really familiar with it. So this one start with Flux shape, and you can do. I'll start with 3, and you can do stem first. According to step out, you add stem first, but I like to add stem at the end. So you aura this, and you add a bump as your aura comes to the top of Flux. You add a little bump, and then you continue with your aura. So this bump can be small, can be big. You can play with it. This time I did rather a big, chunky bump. But if you do smaller bumps, this is gonna look completely different. This tangle is called Lunar Flux. So this time I did a stem first, and then I did Flux shape. And let me show you how this looks like if you just have 2 of these Flux-like shape. So this time smaller bump, smaller bumps, and aura, and connect to the stem. And the next one, I'm gonna do a single one. So you can make this one work with just single Flux shape. Just aura, and add bump and stem. So the stem and the aura and the little bumps are all in one stroke. So you can do any order, like I can start with stem and aura, bump, and come around and finish stem in one stroke. So whichever order makes sense to you. So you can do just the aura and then add stem, or stem and aura, or just do everything in one stroke. In any order, it works. And what I like about this Lunar Flux is there's so much opportunities in the initial Flux shape. You can add color, you can ink in, you can add texture tangles, you can make it into a gem, you can make it black, you can make it white, you can shade, you can make it look like transparent and draw some other tangles behind. There's so many opportunities with this shape. So I hope you have fun with this. And I'm gonna keep this one pretty simple, and I'll just do some dimensional shading to these bumps first, and then I'll add some flicking lines, because I didn't want to ink in entirely, because I did a few days ago with winging it. So this time I wanted to do something with a little more texture. So I started with flicking lines, so the line gets thinner as I flick my pen. So the pointy end is really dark, and it gets lighter. And I add shading to create a mid-tone or medium tone. And with my tortillon, gently spread this graphite. And I'll add some blight spots with my white jelly roll pen. This is Sakura jelly roll white pen. So this is video 3, day 7 through 7, 8, 9 of GratitangleZ 2024. Thank you, Lisa Anderson, for publishing the list of GratitangleZ. It's been nice to have this bite-sized project each day. And thank you for watching, and I will see you for my next video. Next one's gonna be day 10 through 12. And thank you for watching, and if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Bye now.